What's up, guys? This is Brian Head Welch from the band Korn, and you are watching Good Company. Are you ready?
Hey guys, my name's Scott Bowling and you're watching Good Company. Today I have Brian Welch. Brian Welch is a guitar player of Korn. He's also written a couple books. He's done a solo album called Save Me From Myself. He's got other stuff going on like Love and Death, which they're about to record a new record, and we're definitely going to try to hear more about that later. So appreciate you being here, brother.
Yes, wow, that's a pretty good resume I got.
It is. You sound busy.
Wow, good job.
How's Love and Death going? You got a new record? Are you guys working on a new record? I'm sorry.
Yes, we've been working on a record for like the last, I don't know, couple of years maybe, but we really started tackling it this year.
Right.
So it's just, I was doing Love and Death. I really liked it. And I got to a place where like the songwriting was good, and I felt like lyrically and everything, it was really good. And it's hard to do any type of new rock band in this day and age, though. And so Korn came along right when I started getting happy with my solo career, and I went back to Korn, and I just knew it was a calling. But yeah, I knew I was going to keep putting Love and Death stuff out, so we're really excited to get something out, but at least before next summer.
That's awesome, man. What made you decide? Like, I know you're doing your own solo thing, Save Me From Myself. What made you decide to kind of join a band and not just do a solo gig?
Well, I did like the solo album, Brian Head Welch.
Right.
Save Me From Myself. It was like a personal, life-changing thing I went through, and so I put that out, and I just felt stupid. Like, I loved the record, but going out and touring, I just hated this being this guy. Brian Head Welch, it's cool to get my testimony, my story out on the record, but I wanted a band thing, and so we came up with the name Love and Death, and they were touring with on my solo project, a lot of the band members, a few of the band members, so I was like, let's come up with a name and put something out, because I'm not calling it, I don't want to be this Lone Ranger type of guy, and so yeah, that's what we did.
That's awesome, man. Kind of going back to your first record. Here it is, man.
Whoa. She's like 30.
One thing I never noticed is that you see that K right there. It's almost like she's hanging right there on that K right there. Somebody pointed that out to me.
Yeah. No, seriously, she's like 28 years old. If you Google girl on Korn first record grown up or something like that, she comes up. She's a beautiful woman now, and it's just crazy. I feel old when I see
Were you guys
her
there when you guys took the picture and everything?
No, that's our friend Paul Pontius. He's the one that signed us.
Right.
That's his niece.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, they gave him like the idea of what we were thinking, and because Jonathan was singing about some just getting bullied and child abuse and stuff like that, because he went through some stuff on that record. So that was the theme,
It's awesome, man. What was it like working with Ross Robinson for the first time and Indigo Ranch?
Just really positive, and he just exudes passion.
Does he? It's intense, huh?
He's a lover of music like you.
It's awesome.
And he pulls out he'll just pull out the gold in you, and he'll get rid of whatever sucks. And
you guys were kind of like creating a new sound at that time, man. Was he just attracted to that? Like he could see something different?
It was the 7 strings, Monkey is the one. Like he was Steve Vai fan, and Steve Vai had the 7 string. He didn't use it like we did, but Monkey just was like anything Steve Vai did, he wanted to do so. Oh. And then Philly got the 5 string, which had the low string that was the same tuning as the 7. So they started messing around with that, and so it was just that's really the signature sound, And so when I joined the band, I was the guy that encouraged, like, let's write all of our songs that low, because they were still writing high and then using the low part like for a bridge or something like that, you know. But so Ross, let's come back to Ross. So that was the sound of Korn, but then when we got Jonathan Davis, like Ross took us further as far as like doing melodies with the guitars, and he really taught us a lot.
Is he a musician, Ross, or is it like, does he
He's
play
not
any
very-
instruments?
He's not very good. He can play a little bit guitar, but it's like it flows from his soul. You know, he just knows like what he wants to hear. You know, and so that was a great experience. You know, he was a little different than us. We were like, you know, messing with drugs and drinking a lot, and he'd be like, no drugs, no. You guys can drink, but you gotta work. You know. And he was like health nut and full on freaking like he would juice wheatgrass every morning and eat vegetables all day.
Did he make you guys do that? Drink the
Yep.
wheat juice?
Yeah.
I can imagine doing that hungover.
No, we felt like we were like doing something so good for ourselves because we treated our bodies like crap, you know. So we thought we were just like so healthy, you know? But it was fun. It was fun.
That's
a lot
awesome,
of
man.
memories.
That's awesome, man. So, you know, I guess going into your second record, Life is Peachy, right there, man.
Yeah, we went to the little kid theme again.
Ross
and,
again on this one too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we didn't have much time. We wrote that in like a month. And so it was like, we got momentum. The first record started selling a lot. You guys got to get back out on the road and keep building this. So let's have a record done by this date. Like, you know, and everybody was pushing that. And so, yeah, we went in there and started writing. And I remember when we wrote Twist, the opener.
Oh, yeah.
He just started doing this. We just were doing a groove, and he just started going. And we're like, "What the hell is that?" And Ross was just like, "Yeah, man, keep going, keep going." So he kept going, and I don't know why we didn't develop it into like a longer song. It was just so cool.
It was. I've never heard anything
1
like that
minute
before.
long, you know.
Also, I really like the Chi song. So you guys wrote that. Was that about Ching from Deftones, or was that just like? Why'd you guys name that song Chi? Just wondering.
I think it was because there's a bass line maybe that reminded us of him or something. But there was something in the song that either reminded us of Chi or Deftones. And so, yeah, it was something like that.
I really like. Speaking of Deftones, Chino on Wicked.
Oh, yeah.
What was it like working with him, man?
Oh, he's awesome. We went on like little Southern California and Northern California tours with them before, like in '93. And so we've known them since before our first record.
That's
So-
awesome, man. Kind of a quick story on me. When I saw Deftones back in around '96, I guess it's around this time. It was in Atlanta at Little 5 Points. And we were waiting in line, and we saw you and Monkey and Jonathan walk by us in line. And you went to a bar that was right across from where we were sitting at the Point, Little 5 Points. And you guys drank a little, and you came back, and we're still waiting in line. And you guys passed us. Oh, what's up, man? And you're all chilling.
Really nice.
You were nice, man. But the thing was, it was after the bar. You were feeling good, and you came back anyway. You came back, and I remember during the show, during Deftones, Jonathan Jonathan was saying Engine Number 9, and I remember you and Chino were kind of going back and forth.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
those were good days, man. Yeah, we were really cool to like. We loved our fans, you know, especially in the beginning when like, you know, it was just pure.
It was kind of like a scene, right? It was you guys together.
It was just cool. Then it got too big and out of control. And,
But what do you think about this record overall? Do you feel like it was rushed, or do you like it?
It's not one of my favorites, but there's some good moments on it, definitely. Yeah, it's.
You guys had some good videos too with Adidas.
Yeah, Joseph Hahn did Adidas for us. Joseph Hahn, I think.
Right.
He just did Taylor Swift's "Look What You Made Me Do." quit you. So yeah, he's still like a really big producer, probably bigger now. And good album. It's got some good vibes, but not my favorite.
Do you ever go back and listen to it at all, or?
No.
All right.
Well, I heard Twist yesterday in my car.
Did you?
Because my iPod was on random, and so it was just going through like, it was cool because I listened to this like spiritual music, and then after this one cool spiritual song, it's like.
Speaking of Twist, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I like how you guys added Twist to one of your newer songs. It seems like it was on one of your albums, like
yeah. It's that scat thing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much it's really similar to what he did on Twist. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So next, man, you're Follow the Leader.
That was where definitely we expanded. That's where we had to. You know how you leave home when you're 18 or 19 or whatever, and you leave mom and dad and go out and start doing your own stuff. That's what we felt like with Ross. We were like, we need to go and just take what he's taught us and go really work on stuff ourselves. And so we went and got a rehearsal studio, 5 band members only. That's back when we were just hanging out as bros, And we got, me and Monkey went pedal shopping and got all these pedals, and we were like, we're just going to get crazy with the pedals and go overboard. And we started writing just as a band, as ourselves, and we wrote, before we even had a producer picked out, we wrote Got the Life, Freak on a Leash, Seed. Where's Seed? Oh yeah, there it is. Side 4? What is this?
It's a long album.
So.
Did you guys feel pressure at all to come up with a good single during all this?
No.
Wow.
At all. They told us, take your time, go write the record that you want to write. And the first record, we really had a lot of the material already. Second record, we rushed it. So this record, we were taking our time, and we weren't even thinking about singles. They just go, you guys are weird. You're Korn and you're weird. Go be weird and go write music.
So at this time, your videos aren't even on MTV right now? Is that?
Yeah. Life is Peachy. Yeah, they played
Adidas.
Clown.
Yeah, and Clown.
Adidas and Blind a little bit, but it was like in the middle of the night, They didn't play it during the daytime, but when this record came out, we wrote the songs and we got a producer and we started recording, and we got like the biggest alcohol budget, like thousands of dollars, because we were in LA, and all our friends, whether it be Deftones, Limp Bizkit, or some rappers that we knew, or the band Orgy, they just come down and just ring up the bill for alcohol. We're just going to the store constantly. So we recorded the record, and then it came out and just skyrocketed. It's our biggest selling record.
Wow. Would you ever play this album from start to finish, kind of like you did with your first record going on tour?
We're actually just talking. It's going to be the 20th anniversary of this record next year, 98. So 2018, yeah. So we're talking about celebrating this record somehow.
That'd be really cool.
But I don't know.
Did you guys take, from this album, your next one was Issues, did you guys take a long break, or did you just go off the road and right into your new album? Right into your next album?
I don't remember taking like a long break. I'm sure we took a break, but I don't think it was very long. But yeah, it was about the managers, and everybody was like, got to keep that momentum going. You guys are on a good roll
Absolutely.
Right now. So, and that's how Korn was. There wasn't a lot of breaks,
Do you get burned out, kind of nonstop?
Got burned out, yeah.
So your next one's Issues.
Yeah, I was still good during that record though. Like,
was this
those records?
Was this a fan? Did a fan come up with the fans come up with the cover of this?
We did. We worked with MTV back when they played videos, and so we just did a contest through MTV, and all these kids, like thousands and thousands, like we went through so many Fieldy has so many, like this place, all the stuff on the walls. Fieldy has fans art all over.
Oh, he kept it?
Yeah, a lot of
Wow.
it, and in his basement and everything. And so yeah, we picked that one. And we had 3 record covers. Marketing geniuses of management or whatever. They're
Spend more money getting each album.
Yeah, they're thinking super fans will probably buy all 3 covers, and so we weren't trying to sell stuff like that to our fans, but that's what it was back then. Big record business. There's a lot of money, a lot of ideas floating around, but yeah.
Does anything stick out to you about this record? I mean, were you and Monkey kind of working together on all the riffs and everything? Do you guys kind of share ideas?
Yeah, Fieldy too was a big part.
I love his signature playing too. It really adds
he's
what
awesome.
you're doing.
He's got his own sound going. I remember David wanted more time off, our drummer, so he didn't show up to some of the writing.
So this was the first time you kind of saw that. Him win his own.
And so Jonathan actually...
He played on the song, right?
He played on a few songs. He played...
He did For You, right? Is that... Or, man,
yeah, this is... what's wrong with these albums? They're the songs aren't even in the right order.
I must have gotten a bootleg or something. This ain't legit.
Oh, maybe it is. Oh, my memory's fading, guys. But, so yeah, Jonathan did the interludes. He did the shorter ones, He did Dead, For You, and Am I Going Crazy? Him and Brendan O'Brien did it. And he played on Trash, drums on Trash. So all the way through. Yeah, David played the rest, but there's some cool songs on there.
Was it weird tension in the studio making this record without David being there constantly and other people filling in doing songs?
There was animosity for sure and some bitterness towards him. But honestly, there seemed to be a strain in the relationships between him and maybe Jonathan and Fieldy a little bit. Me and Monkey would just get along with anybody, But so it was weird because there was animosity, why isn't he here? But then at the same time, it was really positive because everybody there really loved each other, David didn't like a couple of the guys, so there was no a negativity in the air because he was gone. But at the same time, we need a drummer.
Yeah, and also you're gonna go follow this up with a tour, so
yeah,
so it must have been
pretty crazy.
But
that's it's like a marriage, bands. It's just there's different personalities, and so we got through it though. But that's when I started getting burned out.
Untouchables.
Yeah.
Talk about this
Untouchables
record.
right there, tattoo right there. But
That's cool.
Yeah. So
talk about this record. What was it like getting off tour of Issues and going back on this one?
my wife left me and my daughter right before this record, so I was going through a difficult time and really kind of lost, and just what am I going to do? And I couldn't share custody with her because she was on speed with skinheads and everything, and so I just couldn't give my daughter over to these crazy people, Mm-hmm. And so I was a rock star partying myself, and the court gave me full custody, but it was easy. My wife didn't show up because I threatened her so much. She was like, man, they're just not, I'm never going to win, so I'm not even going to show up. So
when you got custody, did she go on the road with you at that time, or?
She did. It was towards the end of Issues touring.
Oh, okay.
And so I remember we played a couple shows with Deftones.
That's cool.
We finished the Metallica tour, System of a Down, Kid Rock, Metallica. And then we did arena tour after that, and I took her on the road and everything. So it was a crazy time, man.
That's cool.
And that was so, and then we got off the road and we took all summer off, and then we started working on a new record I think that was the longest time we had off. Around then, we might have had like 6 months off or something. And so then we moved to Phoenix. And right when I stopped drinking because of my daughter, you know, and we go to Phoenix, and I realized that everybody else in the band is on like high party like phase while I'm trying to get sober. So it was crazy. But, you know, one of my favorite songs, Here to Stay, came out of that. So, yeah, very cool record, man. Some of the guys, like, it's their favorite record. I think Jonathan, this might be his favorite.
I love
record.
that video for Here to Stay.
Yeah,
really
it's cool, huh? Very cool.
What's it like doing all those videos? Do you get used to them?
Yeah, at first you're just like, oh my gosh. Then you start doing them more, and you're just like,
It's a little more intense, it seems like.
yeah, and it's like some of the guys hate doing videos.
Do they?
They're just like, let's hurry up, get this done, because there's so many, and like there's only so much you could do, you know. It's like,
Do you guys film those like on your off days? Because I would be pretty burned out doing that.
usually not during a tour. You're right. Yeah, it's like when a record is coming out, we'll shoot the single for the first video single, and then we'll do a tour. After that tour, in between another tour, we'll go to LA and shoot another. So yeah.
Was this the time when, kind of going back to David, I don't mean to keep talking about him, but I remember seeing something about his hands going out during a show or something. Was this around this time?
Yeah, carpal tunnel. You got carpal
Wow.
tunnel. That was, I think it was right before this record.
Okay. I keep thinking like the worst case scenario for something like that. Like if you guys were playing like Woodstock or something, carpal tunnel kicks in.
Yeah, man, it was you know, it was crazy. It's like his hand was bothering him, his wrist was bothering him, and he cut it before we even started playing. He just was like, I can't even go out there.
Oh.
And so yeah, but we flew out Michael Borden from Faith No More.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he covered for him. So that was dream come true for us, 'cause we love Faith No More, you know. And
That's really cool.
yeah. But we got through it. You know, he came back. David came back after he had surgery and all that. So it was crazy. We went to an arena full of people. We all walked out on stage and just stood there. And David took the mic and said, "Hey, you guys, I'm sorry, but we can't play. I really messed up my." Everyone's like, "Oh, no boos though," because we didn't send some stranger out there, you know,
That would
tour
be
manager,
different.
and be like, "Hey, go tell the fans. Wait till we're down the street in the van." So the fans were cool about it, though. We came back and played a makeup show.
So your next album, Take a Look in the Mirror.
Uh-oh.
This is where it all happens right here.
Uh-oh.
You know, first of all, before we kind of jump into this, I love the fact that you guys did an old song and put it on this record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody ever talks about that. Too
Yeah,
much.
we did. So our first demo with Ross Robinson, Alive, was on that demo.
Why didn't you guys release that with the first record? Just curious.
I just think that we didn't. I think maybe the producer Ross didn't think it was strong enough or something. But we redid it a little bit, you know.
I love that.
Sorry, I keep flipping it, but
Would you guys ever, do you have enough songs in your past to make a B-sides or some kind of album of songs you never released? Like Alive?
musically, yes. Maybe vocally, but musically, yeah. There's like Jonathan. He's a psycho with writing music. He just goes and writes and writes and writes, and so he has catalogs of stuff. But definitely, yeah, we could easily do B-sides. But I think he would have to write some more lyrics because, you know, yeah.
So talk about this record.
Worst time of my life.
Even while you guys recorded this
Yeah.
record, recording and touring was bad.
Yep, I was. That's when So I explained earlier that my wife, I got full custody and everything, and I got sober for a while, about 4 months, and then 9/11 happened, and I started drinking again, and I promised I was going to do meth because I was going to do meth because I saw what it did to my wife, you know, and so I ended up actually doing it anyway, and it turned into a 2-year habit. And So yeah, very dark time. Take a look in the mirror. I was looking at a lot of mirrors because I was,
Right.
so it's a pretty dark time in my life. But is Brick in the Wall, is that on this one?
That's on the Greatest Hits record, right?
Oh yeah.
Then
Now I remember. See?
you guys
Brain
did that
cells
cover.
gone.
You guys did that cover song. Y'all pretty ladies. I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
the song.
Was that on? That was the Greatest Hits too,
That
right?
was.
Okay, yeah.
Was the Greatest Hits after this or right before?
I think it was right after, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is it in your list?
I don't have the vinyl for the Greatest.
Ah, okay.
I blame the vinyl.
Yeah, but this song, it was cool. We got Nas, one of the best rappers of all time, to play on one of these. Oh, there it is, featuring Nas. Play Me. Gosh, the music sounds so horrible. It sounds so dry and like, I don't like the sound of this record.
Oh, really?
No, but it's cool to have Nas on a song.
That is cool.
And Y'all Want a Single?
Yep.
And we shot. See, when you come up with good ideas for videos, that's when it's fun. So some record store, maybe they're going out of business or whatever, but they let us go there and trash their store and throw CDs everywhere and just spit on the, I spit in the camera. It was just so fun. So yeah, Y'all Want a Single? I was not there for that song. I had no part in writing that song.
So you're smart. You didn't even.
Oh, I called in sick. I stayed up all night doing drugs, and I was like, "Hey, I got a cold." And so yeah, they wrote that without me, and yeah, so crazy record, man.
It is. I like this record too because like the artwork inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a lot of like old school pictures of everybody and.
Let's just grab it out for the people
Let's
at
do it.
home. Doesn't come in this one. Sorry, people at home.
Hold on, I got something over here.
Ah,
Here we go. I got it
He's
right here.
prepared, bro.
The CD. So, but what I was saying is, I really like the artwork you guys do inside. It's the artwork, the old pictures you have,
Wait.
and Ball Tongue is on there. I can never find a picture of that guy until I saw
Oh, this is
CD.
the first album, yeah. So you're saying the booklets, like
yeah,
all the
it's
booklets?
old. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
kind of like old school. Like
Yeah,
you
is
guys have your
this-
first stuff.
Which one is this?
I thought this was maybe this is Greatest Hits. I kind of give up now, but
Yeah, I do too. Where's the songs? Dude, this is cool.
I don't.
Can we just take a break so we can look at this?
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Wow. Yeah, this is like. Oh, here it is. It's Take a Look in the Mirror. That's the one. You were right. Very cool. Yeah, because when we were kids, we really enjoyed going through, like, whether it be Kiss, whether it be Iron Maiden, Ozzy, whatever, going through the album jacket. You open it and you look at the thing, because you didn't have iPhones and Instagram to
Do you ever
flip through.
smell it? It's kind of weird.
Oh
I
yeah,
do.
you smell it?
It's like a little glue.
Let's smell one. This one, but
That one definitely smells.
smells like dirty socks. So yeah, so you would sit there and look at the pictures on the album and listen to music. How old are you?
I'll be 37 this weekend.
Oh yeah, you did records back when you were a kid, right?
Kind of going back when I did cassettes. So your
Cassettes,
first album I
yeah.
bought on cassette.
What about album? Did you buy albums back then?
I
too?
did. Oh
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That was weird. I bought the albums. When you guys when you left this record, when you left this album after Take a Look in the Mirror, you went and quit Korn basically, and
Yep.
kind of found your faith.
Yeah. What year was this? 03?
You did
Yep,
that.
03.
Yeah, all right. And
And
you
then
toured in 04.
Yep, we came out with that record. We did actually some theaters. We did a theater tour, which was like 2,000 to 4,000, and yeah, it was just really small stuff. And then in 2004, we came back around and we got together with Linkin Park again, and we played Project Revolution tour, and that was my last major tour with Korn.
You knew at that point that you kind of wanted to move on.
No, it just came. I was getting sick of being in the band, but I had no plans to quit. I just thought about it. I was like, it'd be cool if I could like go away, you know. And but I didn't know how to do that. I was so double-minded, and so when I found myself inside of a church, all jacked up on meth, and I was like, man, if these people like, they're weird, but if they have something that I need, I gotta try it, you know. And I just thought it was like be around positive people, that type of deal. And then I found out that Christ actually came here in our form, in human form, so that he could just cleanse humanity. And then, you know, he was God before. He came as a man. He was raised to life, and because he did that, he's able to come and live inside of us and live through us to help us in our struggles.
And you found this.
And that's what happened.
You had friends that kind of led you this way. Like your family, was your family Christians, or did they go to church?
They thought I lost my damn mind. When I turned Christian, they were like, even my parents, they're like, okay, we didn't know he's on drugs, but, okay, he's off of drugs, but what is this brainwashing stuff that's going on, you know?
Wow.
So yeah, but they came around pretty soon after. But yeah, it became real to me. Like, you know, it says Christ that comes and lives inside of you. He actually came and just took over. I was like, I surrender, take over. Because I was getting suicidal and everything, and so everything changed, yeah. And so all those thoughts I had about wanting to leave Korn before, it's like I had the courage to stand up, and you know, the double-mindedness left, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna leave the band, and I'm gonna be a dad, and I'm gonna find out what's up with this faith stuff, because it's real. And so yeah, that gave me the power to like stand up for myself and my daughter, because I was too weak to make a big decision like that, you know. God came and helped me and led me out for a season, you know.
I love that Bible verse that you shared that inspired you, I think, was come to me all who are weary.
Yeah, I got tattooed on my neck.
And then you also, I really like the testimony you gave the church you were going to.
Yeah, you know, just it's a sad story, but the Las Vegas shooting, four people from that church where I got saved at got shot. Yeah,
they were at the concert that night.
Yep, and one of them, 20-year-old girl, died, Bailey, and yeah, it's crazy. He wrote a great sermon though, and he spoke about it last Sunday, so I'm gonna post it today.
Yeah,
it's really cool. But yeah, you know, it's just life changed, and
so you left Korn.
Yeah, I got really happy.
And you had a daughter too, so spending more time with her, Janaea.
Yeah, because her mom, remember, I got full custody, so I was a single parent, and so just being gone all the time just wasn't good for her.
How old was she around the time you left Korn? And
she was 5.
5. That's I got a daughter that's about 6. So.
Right now, really?
Yeah, my hands are full.
Yeah, mine's 19 now.
Cool.
She does. You just wait.
So we got Save Me From Myself.
That's basically, I did everything I could to ruin my life while I was becoming famous and rich, you know. And so that's what this whole record's about, is save me from my self-destruction, basically, you know. Mm-hmm. And it means a lot to me. Some of the songs the lyrics are a little bit corny. Can I say corny? Sure. But some of them are like LOVE, Flush, Save Me From Myself is really personal to me, you know. Adonai, Money, Washed by Blood, you know, those songs are just really deep for me. And so
I love this video of Flush. It seems, what was it, controversial at the time?
Oh, yeah.
The women on there and stuff.
Dude, I was like trying to be, I was raising my kid and everything, my own daughter and everything. Yeah. And I did this video, and all these girls, they were just pretty, and they were wearing like nothing. And they were like hanging over me because they were acting like the drug, you know? But they were just like boobs in my face. I'm just like going, I don't know if this is cool. So yeah, but yeah, I think it's really artsy and it told a story, you know. So
what's it like being on here and singing? You know, you're always behind on the guitar and actually coming forth and laying down vocals.
I had a deep desire to see if I could do it, actually, like be a vocalist, you know. And so, you know, I think I got the job done. No Jonathan Davis or, you know, Chester or nothing like that, but I got the job done.
That sounds good.
You know? I would sing one line at a time.
How would you?
Like I'd go, my little boy. Then I'd stop.
Was anybody in the room when you were singing? Or was this...
I tried that, didn't work. I just freaked out. I was like, get ready, get out of here.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, I'm just so insecure.
What's it like touring and singing like that? Taking care of your voice. Was that something you had to learn?
Yeah.
Your voice is your instrument?
I just don't like it. I don't like being a singer. It sucks trying to, like, if you have a cold or you're having a bad day, you got to go, like, bring the party on, you know? And it just sucks.
Would you ever think about doing another solo album like that? Just
Yeah.
for yourself?
I was actually thinking about it, but doing it a little bit different, more atmospheric, with some heavy stuff in there a little bit. But like, yeah, I'm actually thinking about that now.
That'd be really cool. So after this, a lot happens, and you kind of get in touch with Fieldy and Jonathan. Didn't Jonathan come and see you play one of your shows?
Yeah.
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 And then you were in touch with Fieldy, but Monkey was the guy that you had to kind of be cool with. Weren't you playing a show? You weren't playing a show. You were with. You rode a bus with POD guys, and you went to a festival or something, and kind of.
Yep, my solo project was on the road with POD at the time, and they had two shows that we couldn't get on because we weren't as big as them, and they invited us to come, and I actually asked POD, I was like, can we go to the show and check out some bands? And they said, yeah. So we went there, and like you said, Jonathan, a few months earlier, I was touring with this, you know, this solo stuff, and he actually showed up to a show in Bakersfield with his wife and sat like staring at the stage and came and said hi, and he cried, I cried. It was really cool. And then, so yeah, we found ourselves at the concert. I wasn't really staying in contact with them at all, but you know, they found out I was there and they asked me to play a song, and singer broke down on stage just crying and everything, and he just thanked me. He was like, if we never do anything again, thanks for this memory. It was cool.
But you cannot leave out how you entered the stage your first time. You had a guitar over your head.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
I was like, Fieldy, we were just talking. He was like, go in from the other side. You know, just come out, like, make a statement. And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And right before, I was like, yeah, come out. What's up? It was fun.
And what's really cool is that earlier, before you guys played, didn't you guys do a meet and greet and they invited you on?
Yeah.
That's really cool too.
Yeah, it was strange.
What's it?
Strange.
Were
yeah.
fans like, are you back in the band? And I mean, they were probably confused.
Yeah, there was a few, but I just didn't try to do any of that. And it just was like happening. And I didn't know what was happening. I was like, I didn't even try to do this. I was just coming to hang out and say hi to people. So if it was uncomfortable, kind of like to where like I didn't want to, you know, but I was just like, it was like I was led, you know.
That's awesome.
God was just doing stuff, and I was uncomfortable with it, but.
And at the time, wasn't Fieldy a Christian too, or he kind of found his faith?
Yeah.
That's a good bond.
Yeah, because I had hung out with Christians so much that, you know, just that whole world was different. But now I hang out with non-Christians every day. You know, it's like it's cool. That's how it should be.
Right.
You know, because this is what happens. You go and separate, and it's, you know, them against you or whatever. Maybe not against, but, you know, the Christians stay with them, and I don't think it should be like that. Because how are we supposed to spread the message of Christ, you know, just by ourselves? So.
Right.
But,
so, Sam, right here, your first record with Korn,
Yeah,
Paragon
so I
Shift.
played that show with Korn.
Yes.
I got a phone call from Monkey about 2 weeks later, and he just said, "Hey, we're doing another record. What do you think about? You want to come jam with us and see what happens?" And I was like, "Man, it was so good to see you, but I wasn't looking for that, like I said." And so, and he's like, "If you change your mind, give us a shout." And he was like, "You look really good. I'm so glad I saw you, man." And that was it. And then I remember I stayed in my house for 30 days. It was my birthday month, and I was just like caveman meditating, spending time with God and all this. And it wouldn't go away. It wouldn't leave my mind. And then
You felt God kind of calling you back.
yeah, it's like,
What was it like working with Monkey again after all that? Well, you had about 8 years apart.
it was cool because we were both clear, and I mean, they had experimented with electronic music and everything, so we had to kind of figure out what Korn was going to be after that. And so I think this record's really good. And there's some.
I love this record, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
I love Love and Meth.
Yeah,
It's a great song.
that was actually a Love and Death cut.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and so it got
You wrote the lyrics to that song?
no.
Okay.
Sorry, musically.
Oh, musically.
Yeah, and Jonathan took it and wrote with our producer Don Gilmore, and so yeah,
Pray For Me is good too. I really like that song.
I like that one.
I love how we turned the record over so we can actually see the songs.
Yeah, right?
That's good. So I don't have to remember what was on that song.
Even Lullaby is an
Good one,
awesome
too.
song, man. I love that song, and the only song I don't like is the single Never Never.
You don't like that song?
Jonathan wrote that on electronic stuff, and listen, it's a good song, and it went #1. It's just so boring to play. There's like 4 chords the whole song, and so it's just not a guitar song.
So Mass Hysteria, when I heard it, I think of Metallica, Sanitaria, Mass Hysteria. The
Wow.
first time I heard that, that's
Straight
what I
rip
thought.
off right there.
No,
Coming to you.
it's still good. That's just immediately what I thought of. But it's a great record.
Thank you, man.
Really, really good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool too.
What was it like going back on tour, with Korn?
It was exciting, man. It was so exciting. I started doing it, and then about a year into it, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's not all glamorous." It's hard touring sometimes, but it was cool to connect with the guys and then venture into this album. This is where me and Monkey are like, okay, electronic Korn is cool, but like if there's going to be 2 guitar players, let's get some guitars down and like really focus on the guitars. And so that's what we did on this record. And
What was it like working with Corey from Corey Taylor?
it was awesome, man.
I love that song.
No one was there but me and Corey and Nick, our producer, and Nathan, his assistant. We did it in Nashville. Corey came out and I watched him just write his parts and
That's cool. He wrote it with you, and he didn't just send it through a file. Like
Yeah.
you're actually watching him.
yeah, and so I got to give my input, and Nick was awesome. He's worked with Corey. He did through a Glass, I think, with Corey.
Yeah.
And so they had history, and he just came in and we hung out. We went to like a Nashville dive restaurant. It's just totally country. Hey, y'all, y'all want something? And we sat there and ate. And Nick's kids came and they had ice cream, and we were just kind of messing with them, having fun. And it was a good day, man. A really good day. One guy recognized me and Corey when we left, and
What did he say?
it. He was like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" One guy in honky tonk land, but it was really cool, man. And
How do you guys figure out what direction you want to go with this
let's
record? As opposed
turn
to this
it
one?
over
No,
to
I'm
the
sorry. Yeah, let's do
songs.
it. There you go.
No,
Rotting in Vain. That's such a powerful song.
oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I love the lyrics to that. But what were you saying? How do we what?
So the direction from the Paragon Shift to this one, Serenity or Suffering. How do you guys pick direction wise? Like who comes up with we're gonna move in this direction, or
We all do, and we get with the producer, and we tell the producer what we're envisioning, and he tells us what he would like to see. And so this record was like, were we doing electronic or heavy Korn, And so we kind of butt heads.
with Jonathan.
Yeah. And then this record, he was like, just, you guys go write what you want to write. And so when we started writing stuff, he listened to it, and he didn't like some of it. And so he said that he had to fall in love with heavy music again. But there's still electronics on here. They're just, I think they're sprinkled like really evenly instead of overpowering, And but yeah, but we made a point that we're just gonna do like heavy record, And so this is it, and we are very happy. And the next record we're talking about doing, I think it's gonna be a combination of maybe both of these. I don't know. It's just
cool.
Yeah, we'll try some new stuff though, but we're gonna definitely focus on guitars again. Me and Monkey are like, we put in the most hours with the band.
Do you?
Because Jonathan, he comes. He said he's gonna spend more time writing with us this record, because he just came in the last two records that I've been back. Came in at the last, like when we're done. He says, give me the songs when you're done, and I'll write lyrics. He's gonna come in and be involved with the music now.
Do it more live.
So yeah, we're gonna.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I think we'll have a good record, even better record this time around, because everybody involved.
So in the midst of all this, you've written 2 books. Was it bestseller?
Hey,
And you got
there it
Stronger.
is.
There it is, right here.
This is my first book, Save Me From Myself. Yeah, I poured my soul into that. Everything I just talked about, but in detail. It's like a confessional too.
It's raw too.
It's funny, and it's raw, and it's intense. It's like a roller coaster ride. So yeah, I definitely cried on the pages when I was writing this, or on the computer keyboard.
How long
whatever
did it take you
was.
to write it?
Oh, months and months and months. I don't even know. Dude, I went over it so much. I was like, if they change anything, I was so like, you can't, And
Second book.
And then this is a devotional. It's 40 days of scriptures, just scriptures that I like, and it's cool because I'll take like a scripture from what's the first one? And I Matthew 16:26, and what Jesus said, what do you benefit if you gain the whole world but lose your own soul? And that's what happened to me, I gained the whole world and lost who I was, And so, and I wrote a story about Metallica tour in there. So it's cool to bring scriptures from the Bible and just talk about them in my own unique way. So I love that one. My newest one, we don't have it here, I don't think. Okay. It's called With My Eyes Wide Open.
Yeah.
And that came out in 2016. So.
And you read that book too on Audible.
Yeah.
Audible.
Yep, and that's like part 2 to this. Because like this one left off when my daughter was 5 years old, and me and her like started the new life after I left Korn. And the new one picks up with me and her, just going through life.
Right. I love the hamster thing. Like, you bought her hamster, and the hamster died behind the fridge.
Oh gosh, her
but
hamster.
You didn't tell her.
Yeah, her hamster ended up in a wall and smelled like death in our kitchen for like. I wasn't gonna knock out the wall and find the corpse, So I got a bunch of Febreze. So yeah, a lot of cool stories like that. And then it talks about it's With My Eyes Wide Open. The book's called Miracles and Mistakes on My Way Back to Korn. So it's part 2 of that one.
You gonna write another book, or?
Yeah, I know I will, but I just don't have any plans right now.
If you do, can you talk about this interview?
Of course. I'll be like, I saw the coolest house I've ever seen. The guy was okay, but man, can he decorate.
He had a boat.
His friends were so hot.
And last thing, you guys talked, you were in Love and Death, which is a great record. And you guys are working on another Love and Death album currently. How's that going?
It's going good. We got all the guitars done. And most of the guitar's done. We got to do bass, drums, and vocals. We got some vocals done, and we're going to do some collaborations on this record because, as I told you, I don't really like singing. But I want to sing because I like it. I just don't want to do all of it. So JR from Love and Death, and he was an Islander too.
Yes, he's cool. He's young too.
Yeah, he's going to be singing. I'm going to be doing some singing, and we're going to have some guest vocals.
Cool.
Guest
Anybody you can
vocalists.
mention or keeping that under wraps?
Have you heard of Mike Patton,
Yeah.
Axl Rose, and no? I'm just joking.
That's good.
No, we're it's not solidified, so you like that.
Yes.
Brian Johnson, have you heard
Yeah,
of that?
Brian Johnson. Yeah. I know he's taking a break.
That'd be cool, huh?
his,
Love and Death.
Get Chino on there. Yeah.
Chino? Chino don't like Korn or any of us, man. He won't tour with Korn because we're not
But
cool enough for them.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
He did
No,
Wicked
he's-
with you guys, so that's
Yeah,
good enough.
back in the day, but I think they got too cool somewhere along the line. No, but he just said some stuff recently in the press, and it got out there that, and then all these fans hit him up and said, so he was the next day he was like,
I love Korn.
"Yep, I love Korn. I want to tour with them next year." So yeah.
Is there anything else, man, that you want to talk about? Anything else going on?
Does tofu go bad?
It does go bad, probably.
Because it's not
Yeah,
like
but-
real protein. So do you think that it does go bad?
If I was a chick, I could probably answer that. How's your daughter doing?
She's amazing. She's 19. She's taken creative writing for entertainment classes at college, and she's really starting to drive. She's just been, she just really wasn't into like wanting to drive right away. So she's 19 and she's starting to drive finally a lot more, and I love that because when your kids are driving, you're like, just wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's amazing, and a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now, a lot of difficult things, but we're just going to keep positive and not let some psycho or this country or this president or whatever it is like ruin our smiles, so just keep marching ahead and trying to enjoy life.
Well, Brian, I appreciate you being here, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
It's good to see someone so passionate about music that will just like, that's just, I see it all over your house. I see it in your eyes, and I hope that I hope this is just the beginning of what you can do to. We need things like this to keep rock music alive because it's kind of hurting, So cool show, man.
Thank you,
Thanks for
brother.
having me.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.